What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to 2K18 Universe Mode. And it is time for Extreme Rules. And the big hog, not on the card for Extreme Rules, but I can definitely call out one Daniel Bryan. Let's get right to that. Here we are. It is Extreme Rules. The big hog has something to say about his recent attacks on the SmackDown Live GM and attempting to once again wrestle Daniel Bryan. What does James Ellsworth have to say? The people keep asking me why. Why do I keep attacking Daniel Bryan? Why do I keep saying that he should not be here wrestling? The answer is simple. Because I was hired by WWE doctors, who were in turn hired by Triple H, who were in turn hired by Vince McMahon. That's right, this goes all the way to the top. None of us here think you should be wrestling, Daniel Bryan. We don't want you having a seizure in the ring, Daniel Bryan. And therefore they have enlisted me as the cleaner. That's right, I'm taking Omega's gimmick. I'm the cleaner now, the big hog, the big cleaner. Daniel Bryan, come on down. And here he comes, in his gear, ready to work, with a purpose. Now listen, I've been cleared by doctors all over the world. It is only your quack, Dr. Maroon, who won't clear me to wrestle here in the WWE. But that's what matters, Daniel. That's what matters. If our WWE doctor is not going to clear you, that means you are not eligible to work in a WWE ring. Well, if they won't let me work, if they won't sanction a match, James, how about we have an unsanctioned match right here, right now? Don't you understand, Daniel? I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to cripple you, Daniel, because that's what's going to happen if you have to bump any more in this ring. Let me concern myself with my well-being, because I think I can still go, and I can certainly out-wrestle circles around a jobber like you. Do you really want your career cut short? Calm down, take a deep breath. You obviously didn't think this through very well. Are you really so anxious for a trip to the hospital? Do you really want your career snuffed out? You're mad now, but at least you can walk. Go back to your little job as the GM and stop trying to wrestle. Showboating is more important than decency, huh? Now I see your true colors. This will come back on you, Daniel. This will all come back on your head when this ends up happening. If you want this match, you can get this match. You can catch these hands and a fighting chance. But don't blame me when you're in a wheelchair trying to take care of your own daughter. When she's like, Daddy, Daddy, how come you can't walk? And it's because of me, Daniel. You'll tell her it's because of the big hog. Let's face it, you are your own worst enemy. How about that promo 1 by James Ellsworth with one mouth and a fighting chance? Duh. We have new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. We have a new SmackDown Women's Champion. We have Emma retaining the Raw title. Nakamura beats AJ Styles. Bray Wyatt defeats The Miz for the IC title. And Samoa Joe, still your Universal Champion. That wasn't even the main event. Main event, Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton, RKO, out of nowhere. And that promo, that devastating promo was enough. Never insult a man's children, because that promo got James Ellsworth a feud. A very high-intensity feud with Daniel Bryan. SmackDown Live, Daniel Bryan, Chad Gable. That would be a really good match. Holy crap. Daniel Bryan made it all the way to the ring. Finally made it to the ring. And now what? Now what? Waiting on his opponent, Chad Gable. But no, Chad Gable feels the wrath of the big hog. Says, you know what, Daniel? If you want this, it's gonna be me. Nobody else but me. Nobody else but James Ellsworth. Let's do this. No ref. Boom. The bell rings, even though this was not sanctioned by anyone, clearly. And also, it's not. I chose the not Daniel Bryan character. I chose the Chad Gable slot, and it's still not letting me actually play the game. So I don't know what to choose. I've chosen the bottom middle one, and that doesn't let you play. Should I choose Daniel Bryan? Like, what is the... I don't know. I don't know anymore. Anyway, this brawl is ensuing here. Ellsworth gonna hit that. Hopefully hit that signature there. Pick him up. Hit that WME on the outside. Or on the inside. Anyway, welcome to Sunday, you guys. It is Royal Rumble. Boom! WME! And then I know. Chin. Music. Can you hit it? Can you hit it? Boom. Oh, he missed it! Daniel Bryan. Watch out for the S-Lock. It's Sunday. So, the best part of any Royal Rumble is the hours before the Rumble. Because the hours before the Rumble are when all of the fake spotted at the airport pictures are out there. Those are always funny every time. And James Ellsworth, victorious. So yeah, it's like, oh, here's a picture of CM Punk at an airport. Yeah, from like 3 years ago. It's funny every time. Oh, we got a one-on-one match. Will it proceed as planned? Probably not. Anyway, I did watch NXT TakeOver last night. It was quite enjoyable, as it usually is. And we kind of had your in-the-crowd shots of War Machine, of Ricochet, of Candice LeRae, who also got involved in that main event. But no, EC3. That answers the question. Will EC3 be in the Royal Rumble? Probably not, because he's going to be on NXT first. So I guess that answers that. And the part where they said, oh, guys from Impact can keep their gimmick, he's still EC3, so that totally pans out. And then the return of Ciampa after that main event. How many times can they actually pull that trick of, all right, we're going to the end, we're walking toward the thing backwards, and the little logo pops up at the bottom of the screen. They're like, oh, that's the end of the show. Because they conditioned us after, 20 years. When you see the little logo, that's the end of the show. And then, oh no! From behind, with a crutch to the back. And that whole thing happens again. So that like 9-month-old feud because Ciampa was injured and whatnot finally gets to actually happen for reals. So DIY will fight each other for a bit here on NXT. So that should be cool. Now, whether or not they'll ever actually give Gargano the NXT Championship, look, I think that feud could have been crazier if you actually gave him the belt. But then at that point, what do you do with Almas, who's going to want his rematch and that whole thing? If you were bringing up Almas to the main roster after this show and have him like in the Rumble tonight, would have made sense to have him lose the belt, go into the Rumble, and then have Gargano and Ciampa with Gargano as the champ, fighting Ciampa for that belt and make that feud even bigger. But that's kind of not what they did, so kind of is what it is. But speaking of the Royal Rumble tonight and competitors who may have been spotted legitimately in Philadelphia, Taker, spotted in Philly, Michelle McCool, spotted in Philly, Batista, spotted in Philly, and Kelly Kelly, spotted in Philly. Now, whether or not they're just there to hang out backstage or actually take part in that thing at all, who knows? Who can say? It could go either way. But one name that I don't think we'll see, and I saw a lot of scuttlebutt on the internet this morning on this thing because of the events of the New Japan show from, like 3 in the morning here in U.S. time, but last night in Japan, was that there's some dissension among Bullet Club. And everyone's like, oh, they kicked out Omega, who was the leader of Bullet Club. And everyone's like, well, that's what happened with AJ Styles. They threw him out, and then he showed up at the Rumble. And I'm like, yeah, but that match happened at Wrestle Kingdom, which is early January. And then he obviously had to go through all the things to do the signing, had to deal with the physicals. There is a process. It's not just, all right, I'm going to leave from one show to the next. Not to mention that we had a news report from like a month ago that Omega signed or re-signed with New Japan until the end of next January. So, not seeing it. Also, you wouldn't do an angle like, all right, if you kick somebody out of a faction and they get beat up and whatever else, right? Then you don't immediately have somebody else come in to save him. And certainly not having Ibushi save Omega reuniting them for the first time since 2014. They shot off cannons of confetti. That's kind of a big deal. So you wouldn't do that if you were going to immediately have Omega show up in the Rumble tonight. That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. So, look, that could all be a swerve. That could all be 110% a swerve. It's wrestling. And in wrestling, anything can happen. Anything. But I'm not gonna put my money on that. I would not bet on Omega showing up in the Rumble tonight. Just don't count on it. Just don't count on it. Anyway, that's what's kind of going on there. My assumption here from what they're going to do here with Cody and Omega is that they will have some kind of a Bullet Club Civil War up until their event September. Their All-In event, which they were already confirmed for. Omega and Cody and, you know, the Bucks and whatnot. So, will it be like Elite versus Bullet Club type stuff? Maybe. But, you know, they're still working towards that event in September. So, I wouldn't expect to see that stuff with Omega in the Rumble tonight. Like, it's not technically impossible. I'm just saying it is very unplausible. Or implausible? It's not plausible. There's a word there, I couldn't figure it out. Referee! Don't stop me, referee. This is not a sanctioned match. This has not been sanctioned by anybody. I'm here to hurt D-Bry. But I'm not doing a good job because I am James Ellsworth. So, you know. Anyway, that's kind of it for news and rumors and, you know, the beadness. No Germans for me. Sorry. I'm good. Don't need them. Suplex. Every suplex, Daniel. You're going to feel every suplex until you can't walk anymore. This is personal. Anyway, boom. It was like when they brought back Shawn Michaels, like 02, and he had that match with Triple H focusing on the lower back. Like, it felt so real. You were cringing every time he hit his lower back. You were just cringing. It was great. It was great. That was pure wrestling genius, is what it was. So that's kind of what I'm trying to bring into this whole thing with this particular feud, is that he's utilizing real life stuff and putting it into a kayfabe manner, basically, is the idea here. But also, I'm still playing on Legend, and Daniel Bryan is still 91, and I'm still 72. So, it would be a huge upset. A huge upset for me to actually get a victory against D-Bry with that solid knee. Plus, nope. Didn't quite get that done. But I kicked out. Now, you guys know that I'm terrible at submission maneuvers. So if he locks in the S-lock, we're just going to be done here for the day. Because, good God, that's a bad idea. And I'm missing all of my reversals now. Because of course I am. I have the WME. I have it. It's locked up. It's set up. And then Daniel Bryan, Tope Atomico, maybe? No? Springboard! Drop kick. Springboard missile. Drop kick. If you will. Don't let a pinfall again. I don't think so. If I could just kind of get any kind of offense here from a reversal would be ideal, but it's not. It's not happening. It's not happening. Just get a reversal. Good God. Why are these all just failing? Every single one. They're too fast or too slow. I was doing so good there for about a minute and a half, and then all of a sudden it's just like, nope. Sorry. James Ellsworth is getting his brain bashed in. There we go. Nope, busted open. The minimalist of offense. Escape. Oh, good God. Okay, Daniel. Okay, Daniel. Drop kick. Daniel, you shouldn't be here. The doctors won't clear you, Daniel. WME on the outside. Daniel. No chin music on the outside. Back in the ring. Back in the ring. Now what? Now what? Keep counting, ref. Keep counting, ref. Then Daniel Bryan stirring. Stirring. Can he make the standing 10 count? Can it be done? 6 count. He's getting to his feet. He's getting to his feet. 7. Ellsworth. On him. Like a sack of potatoes or something. I don't know. Yeah, no. This taunt is too long. This taunt is entirely too long to actually get myself a comeback maneuver. Comeback move. Ellsworth. House of Fire. House of Fire. Can't believe this is happening to Daniel Bryan of all people. Spinebuster, the Hogbuster. The Hogbuster. Never discount. Oh no. W. Oh, the yes kicks times 2. Times 2. I tried to hit that WME. I tried to. Ooh, yes! Great, great. No, not the yes lock. Anything but the yes lock. Roll out, roll out, roll out. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. Daniel. Oh, I had it. Like, I legit had it, and I lost it. But you can't win. Oh, that ring post. What is he? Is he giving me a surfboard on the outside? Really? Really? Ah, oh, this is rough. This is rough. Reversed it. Reversed it. WME! I missed! I missed! I legit punched too early and legit missed. And it's going to end up with a double count if I'm not careful here. 7. Hit the E. Hit the E. Hit it. Triangle, triangle, triangle. Boom! Back in the ring. And Ellsworth taking the cheap way out. Taking the cheap way out on Daniel Bryan. Knocked him out. Proving that he is not fit to be in this ring with the Big House. And that, my friends, is some storytelling in wrestling. Thanks for watching. I am your host, Attack Slug. More videos every single day. Gonna watch that Rumble tonight. It's gonna be great. See you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.